Hello students, good morning all of you. How are you? Hope you all are fine. So my dear 12th class, as you know the situation, we all have to be safe at home and we have to focus on our syllabus through these online classes, right? So this is a little effort from from me to make you clear and to give you each minute detail, a deep detail, you can say, of each and every chapter that automatically will help you in your board examination and you will feel confident enough, right? So again, as I have already told you that we have much of time in our hands, we should not move to hurry in syllabus. So again, I want you children to go through the chapter The Tiger King. I'm explaining the chapter here. First of all, the introduction of the lesson, The Tiger King. Listen to it very carefully and attentively, dear students, right? What is there in the chapter, The Tiger King? What do you mean by the Tiger King? Who is here? Do you know? Who is the Tiger King? I hope you have gone through the chapter, right? So you know very well. The Maharaja of Pratibandhapuram is the Tiger King here. So what is said in the introduction? What is written? The story, The Tiger King, is a satire on the conceit, or you can say on the pride and stubbornness of those. Of whose? Of those in power. The people who are in power, the influential authorities. You can say, right? Means the story is a satire. It criticizes the people, those who are in power, who are influential enough. The writer takes us to the days of autocratic and eccentric kings, right? These kings lived under the thumb rule of British. Hence they fear them. It is understood. Most of the time the rulers were not interested in serving the people and working for the welfare of the public. Means they were not interested in serving the people or any kind of social service. Instead, they spent their time in foolish pursuits. They just use their time to fulfill their enjoyments, right? Their interests. They flouted all laws and bent them to suit their selfish interests. Means they broke the rules for their own interest and self purpose. The Maharaja of Pratibandhapuram, you consider, who you know, the Tiger King, means he was the Maharaja of Pratibandhapuram, you know very well. Actually, he tried to he tried to disprove the prophecy, what was written in his fate. And what do you mean by the prophecy? Why I'm telling you this prophecy? Because the chief astrologer predicted about him. I'm talking about that prophecy, right? Or that was written in his fate. The foretold made by the chief astrologer was written in his luck that so and so would happen with the Tiger King, with the Maharaja. The chief astrologer had predicted. What was the prediction actually? Let me tell you. The prediction was like that. The chief astrologer had predicted, when the Tiger King was born, his father called out the village astrologers. Why he called out? To know the future of the Maharaja, to know the fortune of Maharaja. The village astrologer were called by his father when when the Tiger King was born. And the chief astrologer had predicted that the cause of his death would be a tiger. Why? Because the Tiger King or the Maharaja was born in the time of bull. Means at such, you can say under such star he was born, and the time is considered for the bull. And a bull and a tiger are always enemies. That's why it is certain, it is clear that the death would come by the tiger only. Right? The Tiger King tried his best to belie the prediction. His campaign of tiger hunting was very successful. Means from the very beginning, he just left all the responsibilities of his kingdom aside. When he grown up, he was made the king of the village Pratibandhapuram. He was given all the responsibilities and authority by his father, but he just denied to fulfill all his duties and responsibilities. Why? Because he wanted to belie the prediction that was made by the chief astrologer at the time of his birth. Then what happened? His campaign of tiger hunting was very successful. All his strategies and wise plans worked till he killed 99 tigers. How it happened? How he was able to kill 99 tigers? What happened? In which way? Actually, in the village Pratibandhapuram, there were number of tigers in the forest, and the forest that were on the outskirts of the village, right? And he was able to kill their 70 tigers. Then the population of the tigers disappeared, or you can say got extincted from the village, right? So later on, he married a girl who belongs to a, you can say, who belongs to the village, or the, you can say, family, right? Right, means who belongs to the rich family, and where there are a large number of tigers. So he found the girl with the help of his divan, and he married to her, and thus he was able to kill 29 tigers in his father-in-law's kingdom. Right? Means the Tiger King or the Maharaja. What was his name actually? The name of the Maharaja was Jilani Jangchand Bahadur. Before he got the title the Tiger King. Before that, he was called by the name Jilani Jangchand Bahadur. Right? So when he killed 70 tigers, then he got married to a girl who belongs to a royal family, right? In whose kingdom there were a large number of tigers, where the Maharaja was able to kill 29 tigers in his each visit, right? Thus he was able to kill 99 tigers, but the 100th tiger eluded him till his death. Later on, it was not, you can say, it was a great concern for Maharaja. It has become a great problem for Maharaja that how he was able to find that 100 tiger. Right. But the 100 tiger also eluded him till his death. The irony of fate brings quite an unexpected end of the Maharaja. Actually, there was an irony in his death. The hero who killed 99 tigers couldn't kill the only one that was left. To boast of his power, who boast of his power, he was not able to kill the 100th tiger. Right? The last tiger he thought to be dead survived, and he was killed. The tiger was killed by one of the hunter, but they didn't expose the secret behind the 100th tiger, how he was killed, how he met his end. Actually, the Tiger King thought that he killed the 100th tiger that was managed by the Diwan, right? The king's bullet had missed actually its mark, right, and thus he was not able to kill it. Ironically, the hunter tiger which caused his death was not a ferocious beast of blood and flesh. You can say, ironically, the hunter tiger who caused of his death was not a real tiger. It was a wooden tiger that was exactly given on his son's third birthday as a present by the Tiger King. One of the slivers of the wooden tiger pierced his hand and caused infection, and a sprouting sore actually. It ultimately led to his death. Thus, the Tiger King met his death.